What used to be cool that's not anymore. Also make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. My mother-in-law said she and her husband would go to the Playboy Club for appetizers and drinks. She says that was the times. She enjoyed it. The Playboy name in general is no longer cool. During the 60s and early 70s it was a massive lifestyle brand. Sidekicks, the Boost mobile phones that used to chirp. Bloop bloop. Now you have to be a daring soul to even have your phone volume up. Having cable TV. Bath and Body Works Art Stuff Roll-on Body Glitter. I miss the whole art stuff club there. The amount of glitter they put into every product was insane, but so much fun for my 8-year-old self. Now I'm in my 30s and wish I could buy that stuff again. Yeah, there are other brands that sell glittery things, but nothing hits quite like the art stuff glitter. BlackBerry phone. I miss mine. The keyboards were the best. MySpace. Ironically, Facebook too while we're at it. Totally reminded me of 21 Jump Street when one dude was carrying his backpack with one strap on and the cool guys use 2 straps now. Everybody's 2-strapping it. Middle-aged dudes with 1 earring, a soul patch and Ed Hardy t-shirts. How's a middle-aged dude now supposed to signal that he's single and ETF? My friend is the embodiment of this sentence except he's 26. Livestrong bracelets. Pop collars. You may be cool, but you'll never be for pop collars cool. MTV. YouTube killed the video star. Electronics with transparent plastic housing. I'd still consider it cool, just not popular. Loom bands. What kind of music did the loom bands play? Beepers. You were a nobody unless people could page you. Now that's a cool bit of history right there. Didn't know pagers were a status symbol. Hanging out at the mall. It's kinda sad. One mall in my area closed down after 40 years due to lack of business, and I'm afraid the other mall that used to be popular might share the same fate soon. I remember 20 years ago I'd go to the mall and it would be packed on the weekends and especially during Christmas season. Online shopping has really killed brick and mortar stores and it makes me sad. My wife and I go to the mall and walk around it for exercise and to get out of the house and eat in the food court sometimes. I just want to hold on to the nostalgia as long as I can before the places I used to look forward to going to as a teenager are gone. Brick and mortar stores killed brick and mortar stores. Online just came along as those in control of the chains began to strangle the fuck out of employees and customers alike. Marlboro Reds. But, damn, Marlboro Reds made for some great race car liveries back in the 80s and 90s. Tying an onion to your belt. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. Walkman. Walking around with a plastic pacifier around your neck. Or, the 90s. That wasn't the 90s, it was just ecstasy. People never believe me when I say that rollerblades were cool for a few years in the early 90s. Apathy. One thing I absolutely love about the younger generation is that it's generally cool to be passionate about pretty much anything, even if it's not cool in the conventional sense. Getting good grades, unique hobbies etc. are all things that most young people seem to value much more than my generation did, and I think it's great. When I was in high school, it seemed really uncool to be heavily invested in pretty much anything. I fell well short of my potential academically and didn't chase some interests simply because I was concerned about what people might think of me. I have always felt this but couldn't articulate it. I feel like High School Musical had something to do with it, but again, I don't know shit about shit. Pogs. Remember Ralph? He's back. In Pog form. Facebook. When I first joined Facebook many years ago, it was nice to get connected to old friends and keep tabs about what is going on. Now my feed is 90% ads and I would say less than 10% of my friends list is active and post any updates at all. Nobody my kids' age use it. It is a dying medium and decidedly uncool. Silly bands. They are still cool, don't say that. Jaco jeans. But they are trying to make a comeback. And also wearing your pants at or below testicle level. I saw a dude the other day just waddling around with his pants halfway off and his underwear on full display, like it was a totally normal and reasonable thing to be doing in 2023. Me according to my kids. Me according to any kid. The earth. Smoking. Yeah, I swear I now see 12-year-olds vaping. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you. The Simpsons. Beat me to it by 36 minutes. I feel like 21 Jump Street got this down perfectly. It's not cool anymore to not care about your classes or call someone gay or beat someone up. You're just looked down upon for stuff like that now, and I think it's a positive even if the movie blew it out of proportion, lol. What about punctuation? Is it still cool?
Maybe I'm one of those people that's always
Frosted
wanted to do
tips.
it, but it's like a pipe dream.
Juicy couture sweatsuits.
You said it. You
Beyblades.
your dreams and then you grow up. Maybe I'm one of those
Beyblades
people
are the
that I'm
coolest
not
thing
supposed
ever,
to
and
do.
I
can go
regret
back to
giving
school,
away the ones I used to
and I can
have.
find something else that I'm supposed to do. Because I left
Pointy shoes with the tips turned up.
do that, and it's been 6 years.
Hyper
and I don't
collar
do it
shirts.
anymore.
Mood rings. Feathered hair. Mullets. Wearing CK1. Mullets most definitely are cool again. Slap bracelets. Water after you boiled it. Just you wait, it'll be cool again. Mark my words. While they still have their fans, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Kanye West have all taken hits to their public images despite being mostly loved by the public in the past. I could only imagine how hard it would be to convince teenagers nowadays that Donald was once considered a popular celebrity and Democratic ally a few years before running as a Republican candidate. I remember before Trump did shows like The Apprentice, he seemed like a weird eccentric guy who ran certain businesses like casinos and hotels. Back then, that was all I knew about him. Now I don't think as many like him anymore, since he was president. Newspapers, avid reader at one time. ICQ, AIM, AOL chat rooms, AOL parties, internet cafes, arcades, the mall. Probably showing my age here when I say that my dad was catfished over ICQ before there was even a name for catfishing. Yesterday I would have said Kid Rock and apparently I would have been wrong. Flashing brand name everything. Brand names used to have some kind of meaning with regard to quality, but nowadays they seem to signify poor spending habits, lack of actual substance as a human being, and sweatshop practices. Anyone comes at me dressed head to toe in obvious designer gear, I'm steering clear. Fidget spinners. Popular and cool are not the same thing. My mom said that hickeys are so 80s. Does that count? The Cugans. Arctic and Antarctic. UUF. That's the real burn.